ladies and gentlemen, to Formula Racing League Hub, not F1 League Hub anymore. Round 3 of the Formula 1 Championship. Tonight you join us in the city of Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, for what should be an amazing race with, believe it or not, a full grid. This is something we rarely see, and I'm so excited for this. I cannot wait to see how this race is going to go. It should be exciting. It should be a good one. And we're going to have a Williams. I think that might be Foxy Dude straight out. It's either going to be Foxy Dude or Parker. GAS93. No, it's going to be Parker who's first out of the garages then. And he's straight out onto the track. And just gonna get our stuff ready. I hope you're looking forward to this race, because if you are, let me know down in the comments below. Have a discussion maybe, see what things you're looking forward to this race. 20 drivers, it should be great. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. So anyway, heading towards the castle section now. This section infamous for taking the lives of drivers. I mean, back when I did racing in this league, it took me as one of its victims. It will be interesting to see how many people end up crashing this race. I do have to admit that. Foxy Dude heading on to the main straight now. The turn 17, 18, then 19. This is 19 here, the right hand king. And then 20 is the very slight right hand king, keeping it full throttle. Let's see how little downforce these drivers will be running tonight. 205, 206, 210 potentially with the DRS, even more. 212 miles an hour, 213. But into the braking zone through turn 1, which is followed swiftly by turn 2. There, 2 90-degree turns. Another left-hander, then opening it up for the DRS straight. A bit of oversteer from Foxy Dude, but nothing too bad. It was just a wheel spin. Heading down towards turn 3 now. The 2 DRS straights, one right at the end and right at the beginning of the lap, and then opening it up a bit, but not too much, because you have to brake again for the right-hander of turn 4 before some acceleration towards the left-right chicane of turns 5 and 6. There's 5 there. Trying to maximise exit here as you go into a mini straight as well. To turn 7, which is relatively tight. There's a bit of heavy braking, about 70 or 80 metres there. Now the run into castle section is important for 8, 9 and 10. You can see how close they get to the barriers from this perspective. It's very dangerous. You have to be very delicate with the steering before opening it back up again for turns 13, 14, 13 and 14. Full throttle through here, trying to maximise speed before heavy braking into turn 15. Turn 16, the last braking zone of the track before opening up full throttle for the rest of the lap onto the straight. Parker, very nice around here. Let's see what kind of lap time he can do then. This track is, we're going to have about 26 laps tonight. The lap length is 6.003 kilometres. And the race distance will be about 153 kilometres. Of course, this track has the shortest run into turn 1 from the start line. Even that has one of the longest straights, but across the line it's going to be a 1 minute 39.5 from Parker. That's his hot lap. He's happy with that. He's coming towards the end of their lap now. Looks like Princekill is going to excel him with a 1:39.1, but with a 1:38.6, it's Foxy Dude, the other Williams, overtaking Parker. Oppenheim, he's going slowly there. But here comes Simsy Danger across the line. He's going to take pole provisional with a 1 minute 38.4. But he's on the hardest tyres, which are the soft tyres around this track. And we've got Harry Blues. He's in 4th as well in the Ferrari, not the Mercedes. Don't want to get those two confused. Massive oversteer there from Wolfschreiber in the Haas, but he kept it out of the barriers. We've got Zealand and Raven's Revenge there in 7th and 8th, but ahead we have Veenstra. He's now in 4th. I'm very much looking forward to this race tonight because it's Baku and we have a full grid. That's something, we already have a full grid for racing for F1. but to have a full grid around Baku, that's something very special, and I'm sure you're all looking forward to that as well. And across the line, Wolfsburg is going to set a 1 minute 40.1, so not quite into those 1:39s, but hopefully he can find his way into there soon. We've got Crazy Crumpet, he's just heading towards the castle section now. Let's see how close he can get to the barriers. Very nice, nice and neat. There we go, cutting it a bit there. I'm not sure if that's going to be allowed now. Unfortunately, we had the recent passing of Charlie Whiting, and I'd just like to take a moment of silence for him and all he did for the sport, all the safety regulations he improved. Now then, let's get back to qualifying. It's Crazy Crumpet, he's about to come across the line, he's got his DRS. Spamming DRS, he's going to come back into the pits. Doesn't feel like that lap was perfect, maybe. But we've got Drop Yay, he's maxing out at 214 miles an hour on the straight. That's very fast. He's in 4th position right now. He's hopped up the grid quite far then. Oppenheim yet to set it out. This is Philip Hogston, he's on his outlap. DeLuca's in sector 2. Almost at the end of his lap now. We've got Samu, the Pepito, Samu the Pepito, close behind. Spaghetti Chips is not going to be qualifying this evening, so he will be starting from the back of the grid. Here comes DeLuca. From F2, he did very well in Season 3B last season. He did very well in the B League. But what can he do here in F1? He's new to it. It's his rookie season. But he's very fast. He's already proven himself. And as I say that, he's going to take provisional pole position with a 1:37.4. So a second faster than Simpson Danger. Although he is on tyres 2 compounds softer. So Simpson Danger does look to have lots of pace around here. Yes, come on, Philip. You're in the garage right now. You'll probably come out soon, though. This is Nika in the other Toro Rosso. The teammate. Oh my gosh, he's gone very deep. I think he's letting the car behind through. Yeah, he is. That's Drop Day he's letting through there. Clearly not on a hot lap, but that could affect his speed onto the straight. Hopefully it won't. See you going into the pits there, though. Whoa, I'm very tired. Drop there going into the pits as well. Who's on a hot lap? Looks like Oppenheim is. No, Oppenheim's on his out lap actually. So you got Philip Hogston and Samu. So we'll watch Philip Hogston, then we'll hop down to Samu after. Oh, Philip Hogston contacting the barrier. Has that given him front wing damage? I don't think it has, but they will have to be careful of that. And of course, these barriers do claim the front wings of many drivers. Also, with the F1 season starting up again, I hope everyone is excited for F1 as well. I didn't manage to watch the race, unfortunately. I was away. But I hear it was excellent, and I'm looking forward to the Bahrain Grand Prix. Next week I will not be able to commentate though. That's Philip Hogston up into 7th. Now let's see where Samu can go. Samu up into 13th in his Force India. Now then, who else is out on track right now? It looks like Harry Blues is on his out lap. This is Oppenheim. Oppenheim hasn't set a lap time yet, so this will be interesting. The Renault there. Hopefully his front wing can stay on longer than Daniel Ricciardo's did at the Australian Grand Prix. Big lockup. That's double front lockup. He's hit the barrier, and that is front wing damage. I saw the carbon fibre rolling along the ground there. That's not going to be good. Although downforce isn't too necessary for this last part of the sector. Will he finish his lap though? That's the question. Understeer here if you have to lift off, it's going to really have a detrimental effect on your lap time. But he shouldn't be. Of course, that last chicaney thing, high-speed chicane, has a really heavy effect on the drives. And if you're running too much ballast, you can easily lose the rear end and end prematurely. But that's Oppenheim up into 14th position with that lap. Crazy Crumpet still in the pits. Come on, Philip. Why are you running no ERS? Very strange. And this is on that. This is Brumadinho. He's only running. He's on 4 ERS mode 4, but that will be up into 5 in a second. Yellow flags somewhere on the track. I didn't quite see where that was. That's sector 3. Prince Killer. What can he do here? He's currently in 5th. Can he improve? Looks like he might be able to. He needs to get to the line in under 4 seconds. Will he be able to do it across the line? He's going to move up 1 position into 4th, which is going to put him up 1 row though. Got to keep an eye on that. Scooter Seb though, finally back for the championship with a 1 minute 38.2, but ahead of him now, Foxy Dude with a 1:38.0, so getting ahead by about 2/10 of a second there. So Foxy Dude could be a contender in this race. It'll be interesting to see what Spaghetti Chips can do from the back of the grid though. We'll have to keep an eye on that. This is the area with the yellow flags. You can see the marshals waving them around. Raver's Revenge as well into 3rd, so that's a good lap, especially considering he's on the super softs. He's just over 11 hundredths, he's 11 hundredths of a second ahead of Scooter Seb. That is very close that time around here, and that should provide for some interesting racing. The top 10 separated by just about 1 or 2 seconds. Harry Blue's just coming after sector 3 now. What can he do here? He's in 10th in the Ferrari. Can he move himself up the order? There's yellow flags in sector 2. Doesn't look like anyone's out of the race, but there might be some kind of front wing contact or something. But to the DRS zone, he's going to activate it. A bit slow on the activation there. He's going to... Looks like he might be running higher DRS, higher wing than everyone else. But he's moved up 3 positions there. He's in 7th now. But I think he's running higher downforce than most people because he only got up to 211, 212 miles an hour on the straight with DRS activated. Here comes Philip Hogston though. Gonna make sure we don't get confused between the 2 Philips, but Philip's gonna go into the pits. Raver's Revenge slowing down through there. That place can easily make you lose the rear end if you're running not enough downforce or too much ballast. You can lose the back end so easily and just end up in the barriers, as countless people did last season at Baku. But Baku, as always, should provide for an interesting race. Unfortunately, I won't be able to commentate next week for the Monaco Grand Prix. Of course, Monaco, another street circuit, and that'll be very hard for the drivers to finish. I can barely make a lap of it myself, so I haven't been on career mode actually. I haven't been on career mode for a few months now because I'm just at Monaco and I can't face the race. The Knickers TV shut off suddenly, I think. This is Crazy Crumpet now. He's going out onto the track. He'll be looking to set a lap time very shortly, so I'll leave you on him for a moment. I'm just going to go and get something because I'm very cold. But Zealand is now on the front row in 2nd position, just squeezing into the 1:37 barrier. of course, at a track like Baku, qualifying can almost be as important as the race. Because of the street circuit conditions, it can provide difficult opportunities to overtake, although the very long straight does provide ample opportunity though. Hopefully we won't see a repeat of the real life 2018 season with the two Red Bulls, Crazy Crumpet and the Spaghetti Chips. Fingers crossed, touch wood, that won't happen. Of course, the two Red Bulls did have a collision back in 2018. But anyway, back to qualifying. Yeah, we've only got 2.5 minutes left for the drivers to set their lap times. Crazy Crumpet is going to be the last one to set a lap time. He's got his DRS activated. He's running quite low wing actually. He's 215 miles an hour nearly there. And he's going to only be up into 17th with that lap. Does make it into the 1 minute 39s. But Dropier is squeezing into second there with a 1 minute 37.9. Scooter Seb getting ahead of him with a 1:37.7. It's all happening up top. Is Simsy Danger about to set a lap? Yes, he is. We'll have to keep an eye out here. He's squeezing it up right into DRS mode 5 as soon as he gets onto the exit of that turn. But through here, changing curbing from 2017. They used to be green. There's a lot more red and white around this track now. I remember the curbs. Lots of them used to be like green and yellow, I think. Unless I'm just because of Australia. Oh, and there's someone. That's Parker, I think. He's gone straight into the barrier at Castle. I've done that before. Oh, is that Drop? Yeah, actually. I'm not too sure who's done that. I think it was Parker, but I did that when I was racing in this league. In the rain, lap 1. Hit the brakes, just didn't move. Aquaplaned into there. Such an easy mistake to make, and it can cost you a whole qualifying session. I think that was Parker there. Scooter Seb retiring from the session as well. Now it's just Simsy Danger. What can he do here? DeLuca has also finished with his qualifying. Just 50 seconds left across the line. Simsy Danger will set a lap time of a 1 minute 37.0, taking pole position on the super soft tyres. So he's half a second ahead of DeLuca, or nearly half a second ahead of DeLuca, who's on a compound softer, and he's 7/10 of a second faster than Scooter Seb, who's on the same compound. So Simsy Danger showing some real pace around here, and he will be one to watch during the race. That was DeLuca who went into the wall then. Who else needs to set a lap? This is Veenstra. Across the line, he's going to send 13th place. Sector 3 then, Wulstrabert. 8th position for now. Brumadinho then, he's just coming out of the final sector. Opening it up now. This is the way you want the maximum speed on the exit, because speed is what matters around this part of the track. Sector 3, pretty much 100% flat out. Trying to minimise the distance to the line now. DRS activated. It's gonna be a 1 minute 37.8. So he's on the second row, but only just with a he's in 4th position there. This is Leland. He's approaching the end of his lap, but it's going to be Prinskiller who's going to finish his lap beforehand. He's in 10th now. Can he improve position? Across the line, it will be an improvement of 1 position. That's 1 position more than none, so that will be helpful for the driver. But who's in sector 3? It's Leland with last sector being a 37 something. So he's Danger retiring from the session. But here he comes, Salva Alfa Romeo getting the slipstream from ahead. He's going to get up into second. That slipstream from the Force India of Samu really assisting him there. Wulstrabert across the line. It's going to get up into 7th. That's quite nice there. Philip Hogston then, the last person to finish qualifying. He will be starting on the grid here in Baku in a position. Oh, he's hit the barrier into the pits. He's clearly not wanting to finish that lap. Don't think he Strange. Interesting. That might be something to do with the tyres. Maybe he got to put on the correct tyres and he's just not wanted to finish that. Unlucky, Philip. But let's see what we can do into turn one. Turn one provides a lot of opportunity for overtaking, and that's where we will be headed in just a few moments' time. In Azerbaijan, in the sun. This is the Mercedes then of Brumadinho. Brumadinho, will he do a Brumadinho this race though? That is the real question. We'll have to wait and see. And will it be a dry race as well? I expect it's going to be dry, and it looks like it will be. But the qualifying order will be Simsy, Zleland, De Luca, Scuderia Seb, Brumadinho, Dropye, Woolstraber, Foxy Dude, Ravers Revenge, Samu, Prince Killer, Philip, Hogston, Harry Blues, Oppenheimer, Veenstra, Parker, Nicker, Crazy Crumpet, Philip, and Spaghetti Chips, choosing not to set a lap time because he is busy doing something else, but he will be racing at least. That's important. Philip, come on, be more optimistic. You know you can finish. Just try and keep your head together and keep it out of the barriers, and you will make it to the end of the race. Even if it means 3 different front wing pit stops that weren't scheduled, I want you to finish. I want everyone to finish. Of course, that's not always possible, but it is optimistic, and it should provide for some good racing though. Only 3. Come on, Philip. You got support in the audience. You got Marlon, Lord Elephant supporting you. And Oppenheimer, you too have got support from Lord Elephant. Lots of fans in the audience tonight. If you're new to this league as well, don't forget you can join us at racingleaguehub.com, but we're going to get straight into the parade lap, or whatever you want to call it, the warm-up lap. We're going to get our timings ready. It's going to be Simsy Danger, Zealand in the Alfa Romeo, De Luca in the Sauber, Scuderia Seb in the Mercedes, Brumadinho in the other Mercedes, Dropye in the Haas, and the Wushbert in the other Haas, Foxy Dude in the Williams, Ravers Revenge in the Renault, Samu in the Force India. Predictions for who will pit after lap 1. Lord Elephant thinking 4. I'm gonna go optimistic. I'm gonna say 3. I think only 3 will have front wing damage. Prince Killer then in the McLaren, Philip Hogston in the other Alfa Romeo, Harry Blues in Simsy Danger's sister Ferrari, the Oppenheimer in the Renault, Veenstra in the Haas. No, Dropye I think is in the Force India. It's very hard to tell because the colours look exactly the same. Parker in the other Williams. Teammate to De Luca is Nicker in the Toro Rosso. Crazy Crumpet in the Red Bull. Philip in the other McLaren. And in the... Philip getting very close to the barrier. I heard the tyres squealing against it. Spaghetti Chips is in the other Red Bull then. Optimistic, I'm so good. I mean, it's Baku, what can I say? But warming up the tyres towards the end of this lap, I'm looking forward to this. And if you are, let us know in the comments below. Some danger getting very vigorous on the wheel. Really trying to keep those tyres heated up, because there's a long straight line to the starting position on the grid, but the AI has taken over at this point. Oh my goodness, who's that? Zealand flying all over the track. Prince Killer disqualified. We can get ready now for what should be the start of an excellent race. 26 laps here around the amazing circuit of Baku. and a lot of drivers to keep on top of. I'm not used to this many, so I may struggle a bit here. But anyway, this is going to be good. I am very excited. Will I fall off the sofa though? That is the true question. Here we go then. Not sat there for too long. It's going to be, once everyone has synced in, 3, 4, 5 red lights out, and away we go here in the city of Baku for what should be an amazing race. Simsy Danger's going to get a good start. In the background there's a lot of movements. No, it's Leland getting the upper hand on Simsy Danger, but he's gone wide, and that's going to cost him positions. But back down we have Scooter Seb on the inside of Zealand. Can he get into second? Yes, he can. There's Ravers Revenge, he's on the inside, and Foxy Dude getting loads of oversteer. Ravers, can he get past? But ahead of him, he's got Foxy Dude trying to get past the Force India of Dropye. Brumadinho nearly having a Ocon and Raikkonen moment there, but not quite, as that's Foxy Dude forced into the barrier by Dropye. Dropye will have to be very careful around here. You can just see there's so many drivers, it's hard to keep room for everyone. And we've got Ravers Revenge. Could we see a move here on Samu? This will be interesting. Wilshabert though is, oh my goodness, you can see just how close they are. Wilshabert is going to make a move into Castle. No, he's not. He's going to keep it nice and safe for now. Bit of a lockup from Ravers, and that's contact. Harry Blues is out of the session as well. He's in last. I think he's gone into the barriers somewhere. And that's an unfortunately abrupt end to the driver's race. Spaghetti Chips, he's up 5 positions since the start of the race. Hitting the barriers then. Who's going to pit? Oppenheim out of the race as well. It's not gone well for those two drivers, but the two Red Bulls getting close to each other. Oh, and that's DeLuca out of the race. Just where I said it's so easy to crash, and that's what's happened to him. It's taken him by storm, the snap oversteer, and that's going to cost him the race. That's extremely unfortunate. And I feel bad for predicting it, but down the inside of Foxy Dog goes Brumadinho. He gets the position. Very nice overtake there after the straight. Very good move, and it's going to be Crazy Crumpet and Spaghetti Chips side by side. But Crazy Crumpet is going to stay ahead. Down the inside goes Philip Hogston. Oh, he's gone oversteer. He's locked up and into the barrier. That's going to cost him and Parker a lot of positions. Only Philip in the pits, although we've already had 3 DNFs. At least he's still in the race though. Unfortunately, Oppenheim, we cannot say the same for him. I've got no signal in here, so I cannot look at the comments, unfortunately. Now then, the two Red Bulls, Spaghetti Chips and Crazy Crumpet. That's Parker out of the race as well. I think he must have crashed on the way into the pits. There's yellow flags in sectors 1 and 2. 3 and 2, I think. And it's Spaghetti Chips and Nika who are so close right here. Could we see a move by Nika? No, we can't. It's going to be Spaghetti Chips staying ahead for now. But onto the straight, the DRS, not the DRS, but the ERS will have some effect here, as well as Slipstream. But that's Philip Hogston, he's out of the race as well, which means Philip is going to be up into 15th now. Already 5 DNFs and we're only 3 laps into the race. DRS has been enabled by race control. Now let's see what's going on. Oh, he's just locked up, oversteered like a boat into the barrier there. Very easy mistake to make. But Dropye on Brumadinho, very close. These 3 battling it out. No, it's those 4. It's the 2, it's a Williams followed by a Merc, followed by a Force India and the other Force India. This will be very close here. It's Brumadinho who's going to make a move down the inside. Oh, he's got into the barrier. That's going to be front wing damage for him. It's probably going to be orange or yellow. Foxy Dude staying ahead of Dropye for now, but only just. You can see just how close these drivers are. And Brumadinho went for the dive bomb and it nearly cost him dearly. Luckily, it's not going to mean too much. It's not going to mean an abrupt end to the race. so he can stay on track for now. It's Foxy there, Brimidino. Azerbaijan Anarchy, indeed it is. 5 DNFs. Now I'm more comfortable with only 15 drivers, not gonna lie. But Dropier is approaching the rear of Foxy Dude. Foxy Dude will have to defend very hard on the straight here, which is a very difficult thing to do. Now DRS is available, although he will have DRS. No, he won't have DRS off Brimidino actually, so he's going to struggle to defend here. You can see just how close he is. Straight away, before the DRS zone is even nearby, it looks like Dropier has got the position off Foxy Dude. Could we see 3 wide into turn 1? I think we can. The 2 Force Indias battling it out. It's going to be a Force India side by side. Samu, can he get round the outside of Dropier? It's going to be close. And it looks like Samu has got that position of Dropier for now, although Dropier is not letting it go that easily. We've got Foxy Dude. He's going to try and make a move back on Dropier. He's down into 6th now. Dropier around the outside of Samu. Yes, he's got the position, nearly forced into the barriers though. You can see him very close there. Could even have touched there. A bit of a lock up from Samu. And it's going to be Dropier coming out on top. Oh, and that's Foxy Dude out of the race. He's just got the wheel spin, trying to get a better exit than the opponents. And he's just gone round and span it. And that's going to be an end to his race as well. And it's going to be virtual safety car. I was wondering why all the cars slowed down. It's gone off right in the centre of the track. I think there's front wing damage to Rave as well. Let's have a quick look at who's pitted now. Only 3 have pitted so far. Spaghetti Chips and Crazy Crumpet both up 10 places since the start of the race. Those 6 of those were due to DNS. Zealand is down 10 places though because he's had a he had to pit, which cost him a lot of time. Unlucky Oppenheim. I understand how it feels. The virtual safety car has ended, and that's going to be Ravens going into the pits. I think he did have front wing damage, and I think he's going to be replacing that front wing. To be fair, Marlon, Lord Elephant, I think you were closer with your guess of how people would have to pit. Was more like, I guess it would have been more accurate if you said those were DNF, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, people have been making some rash decisions during this race, and it has led to a lot of crashes, unfortunately. The 2 Force Indians getting ever closer, but they've also got Crazy Crumpet tailing behind them in 7th. Yeah, good luck, Lord Elephant. Hopefully we can have more finishers by halfway through the race tomorrow than today. Philip making 2 stops. Could my guess of him making 3 be possible? We have Dropier, he's trying to find somewhere past Sammy, but he's been wiggling all over the track, but he's just not found that gap. But Sammy has locked up. I'm just really busy reading these comments, they're very interesting. But Spaghetti Chips and Raver's Revenge, you have to keep an eye out on that battle. Zealand has left the session, but he's been out for quite a while now. In fact, no, he's not. No, he's not. He must have only just gone out then. Did not see that. Chips is past Rover's Revenge now. He looks to be lagging quite a bit. And there goes Spaghetti Chip, Prinskiller down the inside of Veenstra. Good move there. But Dropye and Samu, these two Force Indians passing it out together. Spaghetti Chip's the championship leader with 50 points already, winning the first two races. In fact, I think across both these, all of the winners have been Red Bull drivers this season. And we have my favourite helicopter camera angle. The city does look beautiful in this game, I have to admit. Just 13 runners left in the race now. Will it stay that way? We've still got Philip. Come on, Philip, you can finish. Just keep your head together and you've got this. But Dropye, he will make a move now. He's got DRS, he's got ERS, he's got Slipstream, he's got the inside line into turn 1. Can he make a move? It looks like Samu does not want that to happen, but he's going to have to accept it. He just doesn't have the speed to keep up. That DRS very powerful along the straight there. Samuel James. It wasn't like that. Ravens Revenge doing quite well to keep up. Don't worry about it. Ravens Revenge doing well to keep up with Spaghetti. Can Spaghetti take Veenstra now to get into the points positions? We'll have to wait and see, but Samu, these two drivers are the ones to watch right now. They're passing away intensely. Simsy and Scuderia said there's just 2.5 seconds separating them. We're only in lap 7. So that will also be another battle unfolding that we'll have to keep an eye on. Spaghetti up the inside of Veenstra into... Oh, there's been contact. That's front left wing damage for the driver, and Veenstra's just gone straight on there because of the shunt. Spaghetti Chips, that was a bit of an evil move there. And now he's going to have to pit for a new front wing because there's no way he can go for another lap with that damage. See from there. Pretty sure, yeah, from this camera angle you can see the damage to his car. I'm not sure Vince's going to be too happy with that swag. Championship leader, he should know better, although I can understand in the heat of the moment trying to go up the inside. Very strange place to try and make a move up the inside though. I would have waited for the next straight where there's more of an opportunity to, if you go wrong. But he made the decision, and that's going to cost... It's not going to have just a negative impact on Veenstra, but it will have a negative impact on him too. No, Spaghetti Chips, he mustn't have as bad damage as I thought then, because he's staying out of the pits and on track. Although Rafe is gaining on him at a rate of knots, I must say. You can see it's just at 0.6 of a second, and it's closing now 0.5. It's been a lap since the incident, and there must be front wing damage to the Red Bull because it's costing Spag a load of time. Raven's Revenge is catching up very quickly now. We could see a move here, hopefully not before castle section. I don't think that'd be a very clever place to try and make a move anywhere in this section. Section here is very tight. Although out of castle is where Spaghetti is going to have to be careful. Whoever's the better line through here can hold on to it for now though. And it looks like Spag has got the better line. He's increased the gap ever so slightly. By about 0.3 there. And Spag is also gaining on Prinskiller. So there's a battle emerging between these three drivers. Heading towards turn 16 now. Through turn 16 even. We got Samu and Dropye battling so close into turn 2 there. Nice and tidy though. Didn't look like there was any contact from my point of view. Spaghetti Chips on Prinskiller. He's got the DRS, he's got the ARS, he's got the slipstream. Will he have the position though? It looks like he does. He moves to the outside. Staying on the outside, he's gonna get that position. Who has the better exit? It could be any driver's position here into turn 2. Oh, and it's gone very deep, Prince Killer, and that's nearly forced back into the barrier. Prince Killer just keeping it nice there though, but Raven's Revenge is going to have a pop at Spaghetti now. He's got the opportunity from that mistake by the McLaren. Very clean racing there, scraping the barrier. You could hear that from the onboard camera, and it looks like Ravens is going to have that position. Spaghetti Chips, he's still trying to find somewhere through. Round the outside, he will have the inside for the second part, but he's going to have to stay behind for now. I think if there is any damage to that Red Bull, it is having an effect. We've got Crazy Crumpet though. He's going to have to watch out behind him. Nika is under a second behind. But also, he's safer from in front though. There's a 12-second gap between him and Samu. Speaking of which, Samu down the inside. Into turn one. He's going to have the inside line. Big front left lockup. He has got the position though. The dive bomb really helping. Drop Yay with the better exit though. He had a later apex. Down the inside into turn two. He's got that position back. These two battling like absolute madmen. But that's providing an excellent spectacle here in Baku. Spaghetti on Raven's Revenge on the straight. They're side by side. Spaghetti has got that position, but only just. Could we see a move from Raven's Revenge? Not quite. Seems the danger is increasing that gap to Scooter said. Last time we checked it was 2.5 seconds. Now it's 3.5 second gap. So we'll have to keep an eye on that too. Spaghetti Chips is also gaining on Prince Killer. Nika and Crazy Crumpet. Looks like Crazy Crumpet's ahead for now. I think Crazy Crumpet has made an overtake. I'm not sure. I think that was Nika trying to get back past the Red Bull. The sister teams fighting each other. Gap between 1 and 2 now 4 seconds. But further down the grid, this is producing some interesting battle. Brumadinho now in the pits. That could be the opening up of the pit window now. With just 15 laps to go actually. .90 kilometers. Spaghetti Chips. It's going to move to the right. Oh, but the McLaren has got the position. Heavy braking into turn one. They're side by side, but it looks like has Spag got the position? Yes, he has. He's got the better exit, and he's going to be able to hold on to it for now. But Prince Killer will be able to defend, try and regain that position even with some DRS. Could we see 3 wide into turn 3? I don't think we will. But could we see a move from Prince Killer? No, we don't, because Spaghetti Chips has gone defensively to the inside, trying to block that inside line, parking it on the apex, and he has done that very well, and that's produced a good defense for him. But now we have a battle emerging between Brumadinho through to Wallströmer. But gaining on Crazy Crumpet quite close though. Although it doesn't look like it's close enough to make a move quite yet. Oh, and that's a big amount of oversteer. Wallströmer controlling it. Very lucky to keep it out of the barriers there. Very good reactions, and that's going to save him for now. Luckily, we haven't had a DNF for about 8 laps, I'd say now, and hopefully that can stay it that way. This is the man himself, Philip. We're going to go back up to this battle here. Wallströmer and Crazy Crumpet. Wallströmer's going to get ahead. Nick is already ahead of Crazy Crumpet yet again. Nicker's in the pits there. He's peeled off into the pit lane. So has Crazy Crumpet. Lots of people going into the pits now. Let's watch this stop unfold. It's going from the super softs off onto the softs. This is definitely a one-stop strategy around here. I think everyone's going to be doing a similar strategy. The super softs, the softs. Sammy behind Scooter Seb though, very close now. Have to watch out for this. That gap's in first and second, 5.5 seconds now. Bit of carbon fibre debris on the track there. Out of Castle though, that Castle does look quite nice. Sammy's just half a second behind Scooter Seb. This is going to be slowing Scooter Seb down, trying to defend. But it looks like Scooter Seb is increasing that gap now, and that's not going to provide an opportunity for Sammy to get into second just yet. But Ravers is gaining on Prince Killer. Have to keep an eye on that. And that also, Crazy Crumpet is still close behind Nick after they both pitted. They're both on the softs. Ravers just half a second behind Prince Killer. He will have the DRS. Looks like he's going to have the ERS. And I think there's damage as well to Prince Killer. Down the inside, then into turn one goes the Renault on the McLaren. Both of the cars Renault powered, although that doesn't make a difference when the cars are on equal. And it looks like Prince Killer with the exit. He's got a better exit, and that's going to give him the position back into turn two. Very close racing between these two drivers. Into turn three though, Ravers will have DRS. Can he make a move down the inside into turn four? I don't think he will. Turn 3 even. Although he's going to move around the outside, which will turn to the inside for turn 4. Heavy acceleration and Ravers Revenge just ahead. Prince Killer tried to go for a very late apex there, but it's not worked out for him, and he's going to have to concede that position. Prince Killer with the exit. Could he get the jump on Ravers Revenge? It looks like he can. And yeah, he's got the position. Very good move there. Very good racing from the two drivers, although he's had a big amount of oversteer, which is going to possibly provide Ravers an opportunity to overtake. No, it went into Castle. Then two drivers are going very safely through there. No room to make a move, let alone make a mistake. This track very unforgiving as Simpson sets to foster that with a 140.5 on the soft tyres. The car's getting lighter as they burn more fuel. But Ravers Revenge, can he make a move on Prince Killer on the straight? These two drivers battling, they've battled the whole lap. Can they battle it anymore? We'll have to wait and see. Already past the halfway point of this race, and it has been very intense. Dropier and Sammy though battling it out. There goes Dropier down the inside on Sammy. He has got the position, but can Sammy get the exit? I don't know. But we're going to go back. Veenstra out of the race. Where's he gone off? I don't know. But Ravers Revenge has got ahead because Prince Killer has gone into the pits. Sammy and Dropier, these two battling still. Sammy and Dropier, these two drivers trying to battle for the highest position they can get. And I'm not sure what happened to Veenstra. I think he must have gone off on the straight. I didn't see what part of the sector he went off on. Philip, no, in 12th. He could get a point here if the driver ahead of two drivers ahead of him crashed, which is always likely at a track like Baku. He just needs to keep it on the track. Grace Crumpet and Nicker, these two drivers still battling. So are the two Force Indias actually. Crazy Crumpet is just too far behind. He's not got enough toe on the straight, I don't think, to make a move there. He is close, but he's not quite close enough. Although Dropier is 0.4 of a second behind now. They're still behind Sammy. These two battling. They've been battling for quite a long time now. Luckily, we have been given a great race under the sun here in Baku. And this is a known fact, Baku does receive earthquakes. Azerbaijan as a country does receive earthquakes. I didn't know that until relatively recently. So that was a bit of an interesting fact for you. But anyway, I don't think there'll be an earthquake striking anytime soon for this race. Crazy Crumpet. Now then, Crazy Crumpet could finally make a move on Nika. He's got that position actually well before the braking zone. And Spaghetti Chips is in the pits and he's going to come out in 10th. Yeah, definitely 10th. Dropier and Sammy, they're still close behind each other. Equal pace and equal cars. Something we like to see. They're providing entertainment for most of this race, as well as some of the other battles emerge. Little pockets all around the track. Dropier is close, but he's not close enough. I wish I'd let the sound of the cars run for a bit. Now then, I always like to just get rid of the sidelines for a bit, just to see what it's like, you know. It does look quite nice. The graphics in this game are excellent, I must say. Codemasters did do a good job. If they'd spent more time on the game online aspect though, would have been nicer. But Dropier down the inside of Sammy the Pepito into turn 1, and he's got the position. And that's Philip out of the race. Oh no. Oh no. Just as I was saying he needed to keep it nice and tidy a few laps ago, he's only gonna bend it. So unfortunate. Almost, Philip. You get him actually, you probably won't get him at Monaco. You get him the time after Monaco. Don't know what track that is. I'm going to have a quick look actually, because Sammy, although Sammy is still close behind Dropier, they're still battling, neither one relenting. What track is after Monaco? Montreal, you could get them there. Just be careful at Wall of Champions. Philip, you will finish. You know you can do it. Anyway, I do hope you all are enjoying the race. I'm certainly am. As we have Sammy, he's going to make a move on not Wolstrubert. No, not Wolstrubert. Dropier into turn 1. He's got it. The DRS really helping here. Could Dropier, using the toe, help himself back into that first position? He's going to take a sniff down the inside into turn 1, but he's not quite got any room there. And he's going to have to let that one slide for now. Turn 20, yeah, that's... I thought you might have lost it there. Turn 20, just an evil corner. There's no way about, no way the other way of saying it. It's just, you make a mistake there and that's the end of your race. Touch the wall and the cars just can't handle it. It's because of the speed the cars are going. Just touching the barrier rips off the wheel, and that's an end to a race. Now then, we've had 9 total DNFs since the start of the race, about half of which were in the first few laps. Now we have just 11 runners remaining. Just a bit of a lull emerging in the race right now. Drop here now, falling behind Sammy. They're both on the same tyres, which are both about, I think they're the same age. Sammy's actually got 1 lap younger tyres, but that shouldn't make too much of a difference. Chris Crumpet and Spaghetti Chips up 11 places to start the race. He could be on for 2 points here, maybe 3 if he can gain a couple positions. But Nika is back ahead of him. Oh, but Nika's gone deep into their turn 4, and that's going to cost him. Don't get yourself too down though, Philip. I know how hard Baku is. You did better than me, that's all I can say. You did better than I would have done. In fact, if I went out, I probably would have taken about 4 people with me. But yeah, you did survive quite a while actually. Don't get yourself too down there. Baku is a very difficult circuit. It's so easy just to make a mistake. It's unforgiving. Drop in now ahead of Sammy though. Into turn 1. And he has got that position. This is batting very well. You can't tell who's going to finish ahead of whom at this rate. Whoever makes the last move, whoever has the last word will win. But it looks like now Sims Danger is a comfortable nearly 10 seconds ahead of Scuderia Seb. And he's pretty much got the lead in the bag right now. I'm not sure. I think in the game it's a lot more lenient on safety car. I think it doesn't like the safety car too much. It's strange, isn't it? I'm pretty sure safety car is enabled anyway. I remember we disabled it last season. Well, I think in F1 2017 because of the safety car glitch which we had at Malaysia. But now I'm pretty sure we do have safety car enabled. I just think it's the way the online's designed. It's a bit strange because that crash that brought out the virtual safety car, it was quite a big one, and it was right in the centre of the track. I remember Foxy Dude losing it. Yeah. Safety car when you're about to be lapped is actually a lifesaver. It's strange the design of this game. Spaghetti Chips on his teammate now. There's two teammate battles going on right now. Although Spag is going to overtake his teammate Crazy Crumpet. Let's hope we don't have a Max and Daniel situation right now. Daniel Avocado, of course. Don't know what other Daniel I would be talking about. Down the inside goes Spaghetti Chips. They're side by side, the two teammates. And he's going to stay behind now. I think he was actually behind his teammate with a switchback maneuver on Crazy Crumpet. He's got the DRS, he's got ERS, he's got better tyres actually, meaning he can get a smoother exit. He will have the inside into turn 3. It looks like Spag will, and he will potentially have the position. They're still side by side. Crazy Crumpet, could he stay down the inside for turn 4? He's going to back off there. Bit too risky. Doesn't want to get forced into the barrier at this late stage in the race. Just 5 laps left. Spag's tyres are only 5 laps old. How many stops is he making? He's gone for the 2-stop strategy actually. Very interesting move. I think because of his front wing damage. True that. But now then, Samu and Dropier on the straight. This straight providing some excellent overtaking opportunities, but not all of them, which was actually quite good. It means they're not all just DRS overtakes, but he's ahead before he's even had to activate the DRS. Samu taking a sniff of the inside, but he's not got that room, he's not got that space to outbrake his teammate, and he's going to have to settle in behind him for now. And that's going to be Dropier who gets the DRS, but Samu did have a better exit, so we'll be staying ahead. 5 laps to go now. This is the man who's been leading the race from pretty much turn 1. Don't forget to share the lead so we can expand and have more excellent races like this one. Because of course we have more formulas now. We have formulas 1 through 3. So yeah, don't forget to share, and if you want to know who I am, I'm Barless. Probably see me commenting, oh, and that's Samu out of the race! And Castle, just as I was saying you don't want to DNF at this stage of the race, he's just gone straight on and hit the barrier. It's not going to be a virtual safety car though. And that's agonizing to see. Genuinely, that's so unfortunate. You got to feel bad for him. There's no other way. It does mean though that everyone who's going to finish will get points. Carnage at Baku. Who needs a title? That's all it should be. I'm just fixing the title of the stream quickly. Hopefully that should do it, but you've got Spag on Raver's Revenge now. Spaghetti Chips really climbing his way up the field now. He's made up 13 positions. There we go. I think the title should be fixed for the stream now. It's just that also I've got the auto title I have is wrong on my PlayStation. I have to fix that. But Spag on Raver's Revenge, very close, nearly touching the back of him. To keep an eye out on these two now. And to be fair, Crazy Crumpet isn't losing too much time on Spag. In fact, he's gaining. I think Spag might be being slowed down by this battle. Yeah, Monaco next. Good luck. Good luck, Philip. I won't be there though, unfortunately. And that's Prince Killer out of the session as well. 3 laps to go, and we're going to have just 9 of the original 20 drivers getting to the checkered flag. If that. I mean, touch wood, it's not going to be any less, but still. It's absolute carnage here. And there's going to be a hefty bill for the carbon fibre and bits of cars for the drivers, for the teams. That's going to be high in the millions. But Spaghetti Chips is gaining on Ravers now. Oh, and that's Crazy Crumpet. Did he go in the barrier there? I think he might have done. I don't know. It looked to me that he went in the barrier. I don't know though. But Spaghetti Chips into turn 3. He's not got that space to make a move. Yeah, there is both McLarens out actually. I didn't notice that. Here then, Spaghetti Chips. He's got that position. No, he hasn't. He's still trying to find a way past the bus that is Raver's Revenge. I think he's got it now. Down the inside, heading towards Castle Section. He's still got it as we get massive desync on the cameras there. But Spag has got that position now. Raver's Revenge is not too far behind though. He could still make up that position back as Chris Crumpet went slightly wide there. Raver's Revenge about to make a move, and not quite, but onto the straight. He will have the DRS and Slipstream and even possibly ERS. Let's see if what Spaghetti Chips has got. He's got loads of VRS. They've both got loads of VRS. So it'll just be a question of DRS and Slipstream. Although that can be enough. Also, it depends what downforce setup they're running. High downforce will slow them down. That's Crazy Crumpet out of the races. Where's he gone out? Oh, he's done. Not again. Not another driver. Oh, no. Really? 8? That's 12 DNFs. Yeah, I don't think you're going to finish now, Philip. But Spaghetti Chips back down the inside of Ravers. These two battling very well. Spaghetti Chips go for the switch back into turn 5 and not quite. Turn 4 even. Turns 5 and 6. Next up, Spaghetti Chips darting across the track. Trying to get the inside line. He's going to go for the switchback maneuver here. Could it work? Whoever has a better exit. Spag having a much better exit. Those super softs really helping with the grip. But it looks... No, I think that was an illegal overtake. He must have cut the corner at some point there, because it looks like he's let Ravers back through. The final lap of the race. We're going to go back up to Sims of Danger. Who's near the beginning of his lap, actually. So not quite the checkered flag quite yet. So we'll have to go back to them after the straight for Spaghetti Chips and Ravers Revenge, because that's when we're going to see a move. If we're going to see a move, this could decide who finishes where in the championship. This is the championship leader, remember, battling around the outside. He'll have the inside here. Have to be very careful though. We've seen how many drivers this has came. This has came Philip among Philip and Crazy Crumpet among others. Keeping it nice and full throttle actually. Not risking anything. No, risking everything. Trying to get that position. Anything. At what cost? For a position. There's a bit of carbon fibre off on the wall of turn 1. But anyway, this is going to be Simsy Danger coming out of turn 20 for the final time here in Baku to end round 3 of the Formula 1 Season 4 Championship here at Racing League Hub. Is going to take the checkered flag, and what a race it has been, followed very swiftly by Scooter SF. I say swiftly, it's about 14 seconds there, but what a race it has been. 12 people already out of the race. I don't think there'll be any more to follow. Remember, if you've got any questions for the post-race interviews, let me know down below right now. Here comes Brumadinho in the other Mercedes. It's going to be a 2-3 finish for Mercedes, unlike Australia in real life. Drop then next finish. He's not too far behind Brumadinho. Then Wolstrabert. What a race. What a race. This is very slowly. And Spaghetti Chips is still defending from Raver's Revenge. We can still see a move here. So I'm going to keep an eye on Ravers now. And Spaghetti, because it's not over. It is definitely not over. We get the helicopter angle, which is really going to help. Although it looks like Spaghetti Chips is going to finish ahead. Could be a photo finish here. No, it is going to be Spag coming across the line to finish in 6th, followed by Ravers in 7th, and then Nika will be the last to finish in 8th. In the Toro Rosso, you can see just how close it was between Spag and Ravers. What a race it's been for the drivers. Wow. Absolutely intense. Carnage. It's Phillips comp, either that was at turn 1. But anyway, it's going to be Simsy Danger taking the lead today, followed by Scuderia Seb and Brumadinho. The two Mercedes flanking the Ferrari on the podiums. The Azerbaijan Anarchy. That's what we're going to have to rename this stream, actually. Azerbaijan Anarchy. Jeez. What a race. But the finishers, it's going to be a short one. Oh, Simsy Angel, Scuderia Seb, Brumadinho, Dropio, Wolstrabert, Spaghetti Chips, Raver's Revenge, and Nika. And the finishers, the non-finishers, which is going to be a longer list than the finishers for once, is Crazy Crumpet, Prince Killer, Samu, Philip, Veenstra, Zealand, Foxy Dude, Philip, Hogston, Parker, DeLuca, Opaka Noam, Hair, and Hairy Blues. The first to finish, not even making a lap, those bottom 3. Now then, let's invite. Yeah, Matt would be happy to do a race rundown. In fact, let's make him do a race rundown. Yeah, but anyway, I'm going to invite the top 3 to a party now. Leave your questions in the comments below. Invite Brumadinho, Simsy, and Scooter. Here we go. What a race. Hello? We'll just wait for the other 2 to join. But that was a good race, must admit.
Yeah, I heard it on the stream, but yeah. Pretty boring for me.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, 8 finishers. That's very small amount. But Simsy Danger, we're gonna ask you a question. How did you feel about that race now?
In the beginning, I kind of didn't go full pace or tried to look after my tires because I was worried about the one stop if it works on the Supersoft. But in soft stints, I got a really great rhythm around the track and it was really fun.
Yeah. For the top 3 there wasn't too much action going on. But now Scooter Seb, how do you feel about that race?
I'm alright with it. To be honest, I would have liked to have won, but you know, not racing in the first 2 races kind of cost me a bit in the championship battle. So I'll take 80 points around Baku. So yeah, pretty happy with that, to be honest.
Of course, also it's a shorter season, so every point counts even more, really.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, you've got Spag who won the first 2 races, I believe, so he's going to be quite far ahead. So I only need to get my sweat and grind on to catch him up, and as well, Simsy and Broom are pretty fast. So yeah, I'm just happy to have picked up 18 points, to be honest.
And finally, Brumer, how do you feel about that race?
Yeah, it was pretty boring for me. I had no action going on from lap four onwards, so yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I wasn't even on full pace really. I just made sure that I kept the pace to the guys kept the gap to the guys behind, and yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
happy
got,
with P3. Some good
Yeah.
points for Mercedes, so yeah.
I have a question from Lord Elephant. He asks, are Bruma and Seb in a party together since they're teammates? And in that party, do they discuss pit strategies with each other, or to make sure they don't hinder each other?
We
Now
were not.
we discuss how we're gonna take out Simsy at the first corner so he can't win.
But are you in a
No,
party
we-
together?
No,
No.
not today. Hopefully, maybe in the future. I did ask Bruma, but
Yeah, we can
sometimes
do a party next time, because I just didn't want to do a party today because it's Baku and you need full concentration.
Yeah, I get that. I get that completely because the concentration level you need. If you're talking and then anything can happen. So yeah, I get that completely.
Yeah. That's fair enough. But is there anything else you guys want to say?
GG to Simsy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG guys. Well done.
Also,
GG
congrats
who
to you.
finished. I mean,
It's a really
That's
hard
where
job
that's-
to go to the podium in Baku. So, compared to last season, I think we all did a pretty good job. Especially
Yeah.
Bruno and myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I
think
haven't
that-
made any mistake. I mean, I'm really proud
yes,
of myself.
you
Yeah,
didn't
me
brew
neither.
it today, but
It was one of the most boring races for me. When
yeah.
Lexand, I don't know how his name is, overtook me at the start, overshot the corner, and from that moment on I had literally no action and I didn't do many mistakes. I once avoided Prince Killer crashing in the castle section. I lost about a second there, but that's been it.
I've also been asked
Yes.
my drive of the day, and I think I might have to make it drop you for coming out on top of Sammy. Even though he did crash, that battle did last a long time. They kept it clean until Dropye lost it. Not Dropye, until Sammy lost it at Castle. But
Yeah, I was actually happy that they had the battle because I was pulling away from them. So yeah.
Yeah, GG guys. I mean, GG who finished.
Yeah.
Like, I said there was
must be
only
a record
8 of
DNF.
us.
Yeah, there was only 8. There must be a record number of DNFs.
Yeah,
This
because
would
there's
be
20 of us that started and like over half the grid DNF'd.
Yeah. Also in the last few laps a lot of people crashed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna
Still a
end the
thing.
stream there. Unless. Yeah, alright. Thank you everyone so much for watching. And I will not see you next time, but hopefully the time after. Goodbye.